name's Not So Shocking Taylor, and this is another episode of Tea with Taylor. Today I am joined by Hatsune Miku, aka Emma.
Hello.
And then we've got my roommate Pepper.
Hi.
And today we're talking about cosplay. The feast here, we've got our tea, we've got Pocky, we've got it all. First question is, how long have you been cosplaying?
4 years, 4.5 years.
Oh really? Same, 4 years.
Yeah, I think I've been about 5 years. What made you want to start cosplaying?
I think anime, like once you get to know like what anime is, you get to know like the community, and they're like, oh yeah, you can dress as them in conventions.
Yeah.
And you're like, I want to do that.
Yeah, just like being able to see it and you're like, I want to do that.
Yeah. Well, when I first found Hatsune Miku and I found her music, and then that's when I first started finding pictures of cosplayers, and so I was like, oh, I want to be like them. So this is actually my first cosplay. And
Oh, I made my first cosplay too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my very first cosplay was 2D from Gorillas, except like I babysat the entire summer and saved up all my money to get the black contacts to like black out my eyes, and then my parents were like, no, you're not getting contacts, and I was like, but I have the money. That's my cosplay sob story.
My first cosplay was steampunk I did. And
Yeah.
I literally saved up years just for that
Oh,
because I want to be
wow.
extravagant.
Yeah, I know there are some cosplayers that really look like a character, and that will be their main go-to default cosplay, and they'll spend like thousands of dollars just trying to upgrade that one cosplay so they can look as much like the character as possible. And can you sew and craft props? And do you think there's a problem of people who buy costumes instead of making their own?
As long as it's like cheap, crappy looking type, you know? When it's
Yeah.
like, you can tell they got that off the street or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like if it's like, oh, it's good, I have no problem with them buying it.
Yeah.
And yes, I
Because
can.
there's a lot of online shopping that caters to
that cosplay.
Yeah, you can just go and buy a cosplay, and then you might have to make adjustments to make it fit you a little bit better, but a lot of times, because they're professionally made, they are the best looking cosplays.
Yeah, like this was I bought.
Yeah,
Like on
and it
Amazon.
looks
It
really
looks good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I had to take it in on the
Like,
sides
it's all
'cause I'm,
screen
like,
printed
teeny tiny,
and-
but yeah, actually most of my it's a very interesting question because it gets like I've heard it a lot, like, oh, you're only a cosplayer if you make it, but then there's some of us who don't have the time or don't have the skills. Like I made a t-shirt for Neon from Higurashi. That's like the only cosplay I've made. I personally buy it just because I don't have the skills or the time.
It really includes a lot more people, because cosplay is something that everybody can do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that just helps with it, so that helps include more people into it. Yeah.
I definitely want to like hire other people because I have a ton of like friends and you who like make costumes, and so it's like, well, if I can't do it, I would want someone else to be able to do it and like promote their work. So I'm actually in the process of having a cosplay made right now.
Oh,
I'm more of a props person anyway than
Yeah.
actual cosplay. I can
You're
do
better
props.
with like a hot glue gun.
Yeah, I have to gun, paint, stuff like that.
Because I can't really do much of that. I just don't have the experience. But I think I'm going to be learning that kind of stuff pretty soon.
Yeah.
So I think I will like craft some props pretty soon, but I've always been like, oh, I can just sew it myself, and that way like I know it's fitted to me, and for me it's a little bit cheaper. Like I have to put like my time and labor into it, but cost wise it's a lot easier for me. Yeah.
I just want to have a character that has like either a giant like hammer or scythe or blade
Oh,
or
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Like I would
Yeah.
love to be able to do a gender bend Zabuza from Naruto. I love his sword so much.
Yeah.
It's just like the coolest sword.
I'd love to do like Sailor Moon's Sailor Pluto. Because like we have the skin tone, she's like ginormous.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yes. And then I can make like the staff.
Yeah.
The key staff.
that's so
I would
cool.
love to do her.
And do you prefer photo shoots or conventions?
Conventions because there are more people.
I have not had a photo shoot, so I would guess I would have to say conventions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never done a professional photo shoot. I've done like, hey, get a picture of me because I'm like standing near something that reminds me of it. And so like like at the end of my first convention when I was wearing this 2D, except it was like a different shirt because the new album was not out obviously like 3 years ago. I just thought like, oh, the cars passing by in the parking garage, it looks like the Tomorrow Comes Today music video. So like I posed but like I was so horrible. It was like so cringeworthy, but like I thought it was so cool at the time. And like my friend's like, yeah, these are good photos, and I'm like, now I'm like, I need to get a lot better photos.
Looking back at even the makeup side of cosplay is really, really important to me. And looking back, I did like the anime eye, like where I drew down here.
Yeah, I
filled
see a little bit of it.
Yeah, like I've toned it down. So then, like, it still makes my eye look bigger, but, like, I actually drew, like, under here, filled it in with white, like, it was not good, and I look back
that was, like, a really popular thing in the community at
especially
that time,
cosplay,
though. Especially, like, it's like cosplay goes through phases just like fashion.
Yeah.
I know.
So, like, there was the years that you had everybody doing the exaggerated, like, white under their eye.
No, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Back then, I would
It
have been
was
cool.
really in, and now it has to look like as realistic as possible.
Yeah.
You don't want that like fake
Exaggerated
looking.
look,
Yeah, because it's like, it has to be realistic, but you're also trying to be a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, like,
At the
they're
end
all
of the
drawings.
day.
Yeah.
Have you ever cosplayed a character without knowing who they are?
I almost did. Almost. But I binged Haikyuu, like, a week before I had cosplayed Hinata.
I always see a character and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to cosplay him just because I really like it. But then again, like, anytime I cosplay someone, the real reason that motivates me to actually start making the cosplay is that I like feel a connection with them. So like every character I ever cosplay, I somehow like link my personality to it in a way. Even like Medusa, just like I don't know, I forgot what it was with that. I just wanted to be an evil villain, so I was like, I'll be Medusa from Soul Eater. Yeah, and I had like a friend paint the tattoos on me before we went.
Because last year I cosplayed as Gender Bend Uta from Tokyo Ghoul. So I had scaleras, I had neck tattoos, I had arm tattoos, I had chest tattoo, and so I did as much as I could, and then I thought, oh, okay, it'll take like maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Like, it doesn't look that complicated.
Oh my
gosh. It ended up
gosh.
taking like
You're
more than 30
horribly
minutes.
wrong.
So our camera ran out of batteries. We've lost some of our tea, but we've got Pocky, so it's okay.
Wait, I have to find it.
So you found out you
Sitting
don't
on
like
Bay.
tea.
Yes.
I know I'm sitting on Bay. Oh no. I'm sorry, Bay. So I'm sorry you don't like tea. What's like I think it's a curse. Anybody that I bring on to Tea with Taylor is not gonna like tea.
Yeah.
It's okay. I've tried tea in the past, and the only
Just
one that
not your cup of tea. How do you feel about gender bent or AU versions, and have you ever cosplayed something based off of an art piece that you saw? Yeah.
Yep.
I like gender bend.
Gender bends are fun
100%.
because like they get so creative with them. You still know it's the character, but they'll do something to make it theirs. And like when I first started out in cosplay, that's all I would do is I would want to gender bend every single character just for the sake of like I can redesign this character. Like I don't mind cosplaying a boy or something, but like it was the challenge of having to redesign the character that like I love that challenge, so I would try to gender bend everything that I would do.
Like honestly, I really like when it's like girls to guys, like they're
Yeah.
making the girl character to
Oh,
a guy.
yeah.
Not really as much when it's a guy to girl, because the girls
that's my
usually
favorite,
they
though.
overdo it sometimes.
Well, yeah, they overdo it and
They're like,
they'll
oh,
like
boobs.
yeah,
It's just like okay.
they'll over sexualize it a bit, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
when I would gender bend some characters and I would be like, okay, what's their personality? What kind of dress would they wear? Would they wear a skirt? Would they wear pants? And just like it got into like my costume design mind and just kind of like it was my turn to redesign the character, so I thought it was like a really good mental exercise.
Yeah. My friend did a Jack Skeleton gender bend, but it was like a Victorian dress out here.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, it was like the stripe and
Yeah.
everything. It had like the bow tie.
That's so cute.
Cool.
Because I personally don't feel okay with cosplaying boys, like just as myself.
Yeah.
But like with Uta and with Hinata from Haikyuu, it's like
The cute ones.
I love the
the
characters, and
the
so
sunshine ones.
Exactly.
Sunflower.
Yeah.
yeah. But Hinata was really fun because I was trying to think, okay, how am I going to make it's basically just a uniform and then orange hair and
Yeah.
like brown orange contacts. Like, how original can you get? But then we found out, okay, well then you cut off the sleeves because like girl volleyball don't have sleeves. And then I found a fan art where she had like a little ponytail, like just one, and I was like, okay, I can do that, because I tried doing like 2 ponytails, I tried doing braids in my wig, because I get cheap wigs, and so it just wasn't working.
But I mean, this looks beautiful. Yeah, I destroyed this wig because I was trying to style this, and because it was like the first wig I ever styled, first I was like scared to cut it. So I'm like, it's like doll hair, it doesn't grow back. Turns out like I was very, what's the word, naive, because I thought I was putting gel into this wig, but it turned out to be like an anti-frizz gel. So it was just kind of meant for like touching up your hair, but I thought it was like hardcore gel. So I just slathered it on, and to this day it's still like too shiny. Like if you touch it, it's like I've washed it, and like I put a little bit of gel in it for today, but it just won't stay up. It just, because the gel weighed it down. It's like meant to like keep your hair down and straight, so like I ruined the wig by doing that. I was so mad.
Yeah, I just used the what's the company? But it's like their freeze spray. It's like once you hairspray it, it's not going away. And so it's like what people do, like the big spikes, like that's the hairspray they use. And so
when they've got like them sticking straight up.
Yeah.
Like the over 9,000.
I did a wig for my friend, and she was cosplaying Tornado from One Punch Man. So all of the individual curls.
Oh my gosh.
So much hairspray. I think it was like 6 hours of me sitting down, curling, hairspraying, like making sure there were no bubbles, and then like blow dryer to have it dry fast. And oh my goodness, I probably, like, my lungs are probably coated in hairspray from all the wig styling I've done. But it's okay, because it's fun.
Yeah. What steps do you take to credit people with however you post? Like, where do you post, and how do you credit the cosplayers?
Tumblr, Instagram.
Yeah.
Those are probably the only 2 things that I haven't actually go on.
Yeah, and especially when you're at a con, like, sometimes they'll give you their info, but most of the time I've noticed that people either don't have cards, or they're like, oh, I have to take this picture, and then run off to a thing. And so it's like, I want to credit you, but I can't. So I just, it's kind of like if someone says, hey, that's me, then I edit my post and I put them in there. So, but yeah, or even after a con, I always post the pictures of the cosplayers that I've taken pictures of, because it's like I want other people to see like the other characters. Or
the first time I like vlogged a convention was the Las Vegas Comic Con, and because that's like where I grew up. So like within the first day, I was just kind of clicking pictures of everybody, and I was like forgetting to ask for their names, and then eventually it like hit me. I'm like, wait, I have to like put their name on the screen because I have to credit them in the video. It's a little bit easier to find them like on Instagram or something, because you can just search up the tags and they usually posted pictures of themselves. But like eventually I just started like a new note on my phone, and I'm like, I would write down what character they were, and then I would be like, is there a screen name I can use to credit you? And they'll be like, here's my Twitter, or here's my Instagram. And so like the second day I got everybody, and then like as soon as I got home from the convention, I just sat at my computer and I did the credits. I put all the photos into my video, and even before I did editing, I just wrote out everybody's name.
Well, last year I got a lot of cards from cosplayers.
Oh yeah, like, they like make business cards now.
Yeah, well, that's what I did. I got business cards, and so it has like my tag, like my handle on it. It has my like cosplay Gmail, so that they can email me and like for pictures and stuff. So it's super duper nice. And I really appreciated that last year.
The first con, the second con I went to, that was my first cosplay, and people kept asking me for my card. I was like, card?
Yeah.
Card? I'm like, they're like, aren't you a cosplay? I'm like, this is my first cosplay. They're like, really? Oh
yeah,
my
but
God.
you spent years building it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it's super duper helpful, especially when they have like a picture of themselves like in a cosplay.
Yeah.
So then you're like, oh, okay, I recognize them. I can I can match faces. So.
Yeah.
And do you like to stay in character at a convention, or do you like to just be yourself? Because I've met cosplayers who will just like stay in character, and it's like it's fun, but at the same time you're like, are you okay?
I feel like if I did an actual character, yeah, I would definitely do that.
Whenever I go to a convention, the people that I'm with usually aren't like that, so then I'd be the only one like actually in full-on character. But I tried to kind of act like them. So like when I was Hinata from Naruto, I acted a little bit shyer than normal, or like I spoke a little bit quiet. Well, in the convention hall, you basically have to yell, but but or like when I was Hinata from Haikyuu, well then I was like
jumping around.
Oh yeah, I was jumping around. I was dancing. I started dancing to Not Today because I was like, you know what, this is my jam, and
no, like not today.
The reason why I would love to do that, just so I can yell commands everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Or look us up. Or something.
I was like, nice to receive.
Nice to receive. Chance.
Exactly. Oh,
I think I met some cosplayers, like, I met like 3 Coronas when I was Medusa, and I chased them around the convention like the whole day.
They're like, no.
2 of them were really in character, another one was like, get out of my face, so I was like, okay man, okay. But like, one of them was like really good, like, you just looked at them and you were like, you're Corona. Because, like, they were really tall, and they were, like, they're really skinny, and their cosplay was just on point, and, like, their wig was, like, really nice quality. I was just like, oh my gosh, you look so much like Corona. Like, I look, like, low quality standing next to you. But, like,
great value
like,
brand. Great value brand, Corona.
Yeah, so, like, I just ran up to them, and I went, Corona. My child, and like with my tattoos and everything, and like had my hood up, and they were like, Mother! They just kind of like hugged their friend, and they was like, Mother, she came for me! They were like, so like, they were shaking. I was just like, you're so good!
Yeah.
So that like, and it was my first convention, so of course I was like running around like crazy because I was so overwhelmed, and my friend's like, Taylor, calm down. I'm like, I can't!
Like my first convention, we saw Space Andy there,
and
it was during Valentine's Day. So he carried a sign saying like Happy Booty Day. He would just lay around, like just like chill or whatever. And like when we were walking towards the con, that's when we first saw him, and we were like, oh my God, Space Andy, because when we were watching it, then he goes, and we like fainted.
Oh my gosh,
we were so done.
It's so much fun to like when you know that there's like certain points where you're like, okay, I can be in character.
Yeah. So, and like if you meet someone of the same cosplay or like the same show or whatever you're cosplaying, and you're just like we need a photo together. Yeah. Because when I did my Medusa, I had a friend. My best friend was Stein. So we were walking around together, and then like my sister was Patty in the same day. We found another group that was Maka and Soul and Death the Kid. So we were like, hold up! They all stood, like my sister went and stood with the other group, and they all like assumed their positions and like the fighting pose, and then I like got down on the ground and did my like Medusa pose, and it's the best photo I got from the convention.
I would love to do gender bend death.
Oh,
because then like the pose where he's like doing the back bend and then with the guns.
That would look so
such a cool pose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to get like professional photos, but I want to like have a really good cosplay. I just feel like even like my newest one, Metaton, is like I kind of did it kind of quickly, and I don't think it's like professional standards. So I want to like redo my Medusa one because there were like. Now that I look back at it, there's so many sewing flaws, and I'm like, what was I thinking? And I just want to like go back and fix everything because I think that was like one of my best, and I'll actually like do the wig properly. Do you have a story to tell?
When don't I have a story?
Those are the tentacles, by the way.
You'll get the tentacles off screen.
I think like I had to say probably like when Steven Universe was beginning to come to life, and like that's when like Black girls really came in with like what's her name?
Amethyst and Garnet.
Garnet, so good. And then Dramatical Murder was a thing. Then Alp was everywhere.
Yeah, because I when I was first getting into cosplay, I think it was like it's at the end of like the first year that I was doing it, and like I had just come out of my first convention, so I had a friend who was darker skinned, and she was asking, hey, like I kind of want to cosplay, but like can I do it. I want to do like all kinds of characters, but I feel like I'm very limited because there's not a lot of dark-skinned characters in anime. I was like, girl, you can be whoever you want. Nobody cares. Yeah. Like, you can show up as whatever character, and if you like made it really well, if you're working it, they're gonna like you.
And then they have they do like black versions of them. Like they'll have like Sailor Moon, and then they'll all have like Sailor Moon would have like, instead of like the long hair and the meatballs, it was just like,
meatballs.
Like she'll just like have Afro puffs.
Oh, that's so cute. You like that?
Yeah, and then like so basically like all the characters would just like have hairstyles if they were black. That's the hairstyle they would have.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
That's really.
It was really
that's
cute.
really cute.
I was like,
you just have to reimagine the character as yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like the cosplay community has been getting like a lot nicer. Because I know like the first year that I went, because I went to AX. Well, AX was my first convention, and I dressed in this. Yeah. So it was like biggest convention at the
Plus
time.
Hatsune Miku.
Yeah, so it was like pictures everywhere. Like I had people like yelling and running over, like, Miku, I want a picture. I was like, okay. Because I was super shy. But like it's just so interesting. Like the community has changed. Like people are a lot more respectful now. Like people are more, well, especially last year when they were pushing the cosplay is not consent.
Yeah.
And so it's like, hey, even if someone dresses not very appropriately, like it doesn't give you the right to say anything or touch them in a weird way.
I think it just got to a point where conventions in general realized what was going on.
Yeah.
So like they started that big rule, there's cosplay is not consent. When we were at DragCon, I saw signs everywhere that said drag is not consent. I do my best to, like, if I'll like yell out, excuse me, if I don't know the character, I just want like a picture of someone because I like how they look. I'll just be like, excuse me, like I try to keep like my hands away because I don't want to break any of their costume. I don't, and I'll just be like, hey, can I get a photo? And I think everybody's kind of a lot more respectful now. Yeah. Now that it's becoming this huge community, everybody's like, wait, we gotta set the example.
Exactly.
I like it when the children and people just like, if they're at the hotel. Yeah. And you know they're just the residents there. I like it when they're like children like, oh my gosh, sweet, I want a picture. I had so many children take pictures with me. It was so cute. They're like, oh my gosh, can I go under your dress? And I just had them like roll out.
Oh my
like
gosh.
Yeah. And then just come like tumbling out. And my friend, she's really short. She did the same thing. And this guy on a DS next to us, he's like, I'm not even about to ask. And just kept playing. It was so funny.
At my first convention, like the first day I went was 2D. It was, because we were in Vegas, it was in one of the casinos, and we were like, okay, well, we know it's in this casino, but they never really, like, told us where it was gonna be. So we start walking to the concierge, because I'm like, hey, information desk. So we start walking. We get about halfway from the front door to the desk, and he just looks up. He points and he goes up the escalator around there. You'll see the signs, and we just go, thank you.
They just know. They're used to it. They're like, it's that way.
They're like, it's that way, because I'm like, okay, thank you.
Especially in that general area. Like, it's the hotel, it's a certain hotel that we go to for Katsucon. And like everybody who just works there, just in that area, just knows, yep, that way, during this time of year. Yeah. Get all your stuff before then, because you won't have any room.
Yeah.
I'm surprised at how many like kids are at the
I've seen
nowadays,
kids,
yeah. Like,
it's like a whole family thing. They all go together.
Yeah. Well, I think there was a family day at AX this year.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was day one because there's a lot of kids, like little kids coming up, like, Hinata, can I have a picture? And they had like their little like Leaf Village headbands. I was like, yes.
They'll see like a princess or like somebody as a Disney prince, and they'll just be like, "Oh my God, it's Elsa!" They just get so excited because it's like it being Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I want a picture with Sleeping Beauty or something, and it's just so cute. Oftentimes, like the cosplayer will put little details into the costume that I feel like Disney even doesn't do to their cast members in Disneyland. Yeah. So they will look like it's a legit dress, not just something looking like the cartoon. Yeah. So it looks even better. It looks more realistic. That's my opinion, though. I like it when they add little details to make it look a little bit more realistic. And
like the girls, they love anything with big dresses. Oh, like, because they're always like the big dresses. Yeah. They're like, oh my gosh. Yeah. I was like this like Doctor Who princess or something.
Oh my
gosh. The way it looked, I was like, children's
Children's.
My goodness. Yeah. There's a cosplayer that I follow, Tracy Hines, and she does.
Is she the mermaid on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm like the name sounds familiar. She's the hipster mermaid.
Yeah, but she has like full-on Ariel dress. She has a belle dress. Like
so cool.
she has all of these like Disney princess dresses, and like, cause she'll do events and she'll go to like D23 and all these different conventions, and you just see like the little kids like. Their eyes just light up.
Yeah.
So happy.
And like strokes. Oh my God. It's like it's come to life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I forgot to write this question down, but have you guys ever been to a masquerade?
I
like my train of thought is like, woo!
We can talk about the party first.
Yeah, so the party was really fun because they did it all like Orin High School Host Club theme. So they were like hosted by the Orin High School Host Club. I kind of butt in front of like the other girls, and I got my dance with Tamaki. I was like, I have to dance with Tamaki. And my significant other's like, go! And like they actually pushed me. I was like, but I'm shy, I don't want to go. They're like, go! But it was like really awkward because I had never like ballroom danced with anybody.
Oh.
So here Tamaki is like totally in character, and I'm like, hello! And like he's like, okay, so I'm gonna teach you how to dance. We're gonna do the basic box step, and he like taught me, and then like he was kind of like dancing for half a song with each person who wanted to dance with them, and like they were doing the like songs from Black Butler, like the do 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 do, yeah.
Cool.
And it was like so awkward. He's like, what's your name? And I just go, real name or cosplay name? Like I was so awkward about everything, and like I was like fumbling over my words. So I'm just like starting to tell him about the anime because like he didn't know anything about it. I'm just like, oh yeah, it takes place in a city where all these gangs that use magic, and like I'm the little daughter of the leader, and he was just like, okay, like he was like kind of weirded out by me.
Oh, yeah. They did a
There
good
was
job.
a really good Tamaki this year.
Ooh,
Like,
good.
and I think because my friend saw him and she was like, oh, it's Tamaki, and I was like, wait, what? And I was like, oh my goodness. She's like, do you want a picture? I'm like, well, maybe, like I guess, because I wasn't as into taking pictures this year. But she was like, no, go, go, go.
we all need that friend that just says go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but she's also the one.
Well, we've seen you run in heels.
The tentacles running.
Yeah, so masquerade is in a competition. So yeah, the masquerades are like the cosplay competitions, and it, like sometimes they have like talent portions, but like sometimes it's more like a, hey, I'm gonna do some posing, and then we kind of just walk off. But one, like I had plans to enter one. It's fun.
Yeah, me too.
I did it as a Veneeri. The one that's a rabbit.
Oh,
The tentacles was a rabbit. The tentacles went in one.
I won.
Tentacles, hashtag support tentacles.
Hashtag tentacles lives matter.
No, I went to do one like a year ago. I forgot what
Yeah.
it was, but it was a little competition, and I did. I don't know what part of me said do a Vogue Veneeri.
Oh.
And I did more of like the hopping type of moves.
Yeah.
I didn't win though, but it's okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
He looked cute though.
Yeah. Poor tentacles.
Yeah, my friend and I, we were like, we're gonna make our cosplay, we're gonna do this, and so we had like all these ideas, and then school hit us right in the face, and it was like, nope, not today.
No, yeah, I've always wanted to do a masquerade because like the one that I've seen, they had like, you would walk on and you would do some kind of talent portion. So there was like a steampunk guy who sang, and there was like,
Oh, wow.
I think one of the winners was a gender bent Undertaker from Black Butler.
Ooh.
But like a lot of them did dancing, and I think one girl just got up, and it was like, I still can't remember the character, but like everybody calls her Miku because she's got the long pigtails, but like she
Wait.
wears all black. But like all she did was she got up on stage, she got the microphone, she just stared at everybody. She said, "I am not Hatsune Miku," and then she brought her friend up, and she like sits this guy down on the stage, and she like puts little piggy tails in whatever hair he had. She goes, "Just because somebody has pigtails doesn't mean they're Hatsune Miku." And she goes, "For the last time, I'm not Hatsune Miku, and just walks off.
Like, that's the PSA. I'm not Hunetse Miku.
Oh
Drops mic.
If you were to enter a masquerade, what character and like what would the talent portion be?
There would be Sailor Pluto. Because I feel
Yeah.
like I'll fit her a lot better. And talent.
Could just do like a whole transformation thing.
That would be so cool. I just put on like a suit because she
Yeah.
wears like a suit because she works at. And then I just rip it off, pull out the stab.
Yeah.
You weren't ready for this.
Little transformation. Yeah, you could have dress pants and then just like.
Oh my god! Like the crowd's like, yeah!
There was a really, really good performance this year at AX Masquerade, and it was really funny because they had Penny from Ruby, cute little robot girl, but then they had someone acting as Steve Jobs, and so they're like, oh, like the newest like Apple device.
Oh my
And
god!
they had her like do all these different things, and then they said, oh, and she can even like perform your favorite music. And so it went on shuffle or like she glitched or something. So they went through like 3 or 4 different songs.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it had like Love Live, it had Gangnam
Oh my
Style,
gosh.
it had something else I forget. But they were all songs that I knew, and then they were dancing, and then we were all dancing in our seats. It was so much fun. It's like that'd be really cool to do like a glitchy Miku.
Alright, so I think we should end this here because we've rambled on enough. And where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Marine Cosplay.
Emma Marine? Cosplay?
No, Maureen.
M. Maureen. And you?
You can find me on Instagram, Pepper2430.
Awesome. And you can follow my Twitter and Tumblr and see my costumes on Instagram.
And you can find me under your bed, the tentacles.
Alright then, subscribe to see more of my face and more episodes of Tea with Taylor, and we'll see you in another video. Bye! Oh my gosh, what did I say the other day that got you?
It was like a dubstep something.
Wait. Oh my goodness, it was the over 9,000.
Oh, the over 9,000
I was like, I gotta
dubstep
take a
remix.
lap.
That was amazing.